There are mistakes a man can forgive, and then there are lines a man must never allow to be crossed. Too many men blur that line. They call it compromise. They call it keeping the peace. They even call it love. But it's not love. It's surrender. Here's the brutal truth. The moment you accept certain behaviors, you're telling her she can keep doing them. And once she knows she can, she will. Flirting with other men to get a reaction. Mocking you in public and calling it a joke. Withholding affection to control you. Pushing your boundaries just to see if you'll break. You think it's harmless. You think it's just how women are. But it's not. It's a test. One that will cost you her respect, your dignity, and eventually yourself. If you want to know the 8 behaviors no man of self-respect should ever tolerate, listen closely, because once you understand them, you'll never look at relationships the same way again. 1. Flirting with other men to provoke you. A man with self-respect does not laugh it off. He does not excuse it. He does not pretend it's harmless. He walks. Because when a woman flirts with another man in front of you, especially to get a rise out of you, she's doing more than disrespecting you. She's testing your value. Women don't always test with words. Sometimes they test with actions meant to shake you out of your calm, to make you react, to see if your frame holds under pressure. She laughs a little too hard at his jokes, touches his arm by accident, throws glances just long enough for you to notice, then looks at you to watch your reaction. Will you explode? Will you beg for reassurance? Will you perform for her attention like a boy fighting for scraps? Or will you remain calm, grounded, and unbothered, reminding her your value isn't tied to her behavior? Most men fail here. They overreact, looking insecure. Or they underreact, pretending not to care while resentment eats them alive. Both tell her the same thing. She can pull your strings. Flirting in front of you isn't just being friendly. It's a control game. A Stoic man doesn't play it. He sees it for what it is, disrespect, and enforces his boundary without drama. If you want to act single, be single. I don't share my life with someone who feeds her ego by disrespecting me. No threats, no shouting, just clarity. Because the calmer you are when enforcing boundaries, the more powerful you become. If she respects you, she'll stop. If she doesn't, you walk. 2. Using tears as a weapon. A man with self-respect does not let tears erase accountability. She crosses a line. She lies. She disrespects you. You call it out calmly. Instead of owning it, she breaks down. Suddenly, the conversation isn't about what she did. It's about how cruel you are for saying it. Now you're comforting her. apologizing, backing down, and accountability disappears. This isn't about real pain. A woman in genuine pain deserves your empathy. But there's a difference between hurt and performance. Weaponized tears are a manipulation tactic, a way to shift the focus off her actions and onto your reaction. A stoic man doesn't fall for it. He stays calm, steady, unmoved by theatrics. He brings the conversation back to the truth. I'm not attacking you. I'm holding you accountable. We'll talk about your feelings, but first, we address what happened. That's it. No comforting until the issue is resolved. No letting emotions rewrite the facts. If you give in, you teach her that every mistake has an escape route, and she will take it every time. 3. Public disrespect disguised as jokes. A man of dignity does not tolerate public disrespect. It starts small. A jab about your job, a dig about your body. Everyone laughs. She smirks. When you look upset, she says, "Relax, I'm just joking." But it's not a joke. It's a test. Women do not humiliate men they respect. If you laugh along to avoid overreacting, you teach her she can disrespect you without consequence, and it will escalate. Today, it's a joke about your clothes. Tomorrow, it's about your masculinity. Eventually, it's about other men being more attractive than you. A stoic man shuts it down immediately, not with rage, but with calm authority. Don't joke about me like that in public. If you have something to say, we'll talk privately. Short, clear, non-negotiable. Because if she can belittle you in public without consequence, she's showing everyone she doesn't fear losing your respect. 4. Using your love as leverage. If you really loved me, you'd do this. Maybe I should be with someone who appreciates me. Or the silent version, withholding affection until you comply. This isn't love, it's control. A man who accepts this becomes an emotional hostage, his worth measured by how well he obeys. A stoic man knows real love is a choice, not a bargaining chip. When he sees this tactic, he calls it out calmly. Withholding affection to control me isn't love, it's manipulation, and I won't live in that. No begging, no bargaining, just a clear line in the sand. 5. Belittling your goals and passions. If you are a man on a mission, you do not let anyone mock your vision. When she laughs at your ideas, when she calls your passions a waste of time, she's showing you contempt. Your purpose is not optional. It is the foundation of your life. Without it, you are just existing. A stoic man will never sacrifice his mission for approval, because a woman who truly loves you will support your drive, not try to kill it. 6. Testing your boundaries to see if you'll break. It starts small, being late without apology, interrupting you, dismissing your opinions. Every time you ignore it, you teach her your boundaries are flexible, and boundary testing will escalate until there's nothing left to test. A Stoic man enforces boundaries early and consistently. That's not acceptable. If it continues, I won't stay. It's not about controlling her. It's about controlling yourself, and proving your self-respect is not for sale. 7. Threatening to leave to get her way. Maybe we shouldn't be together. If you don't do this, I'm done. This is emotional blackmail, and men who tolerate it live in fear. A Stoic man refuses to be manipulated by abandonment threats. If she says she'll go, he lets her, not out of spite, out of self-respect. Love cannot exist where threats are currency. 8. Withholding affection to control you. It's subtle at first, less warmth, less closeness, pulling away whenever you stand your ground. Her love becomes a reward for compliance. This isn't a partner expressing needs, it's a partner trying to train you. A Stoic man doesn't beg for affection, he calls it out plainly. If you're upset, we can talk. But affection is not a weapon, because real love isn't conditional. And a man who knows his worth won't accept anything less. If you've tolerated any of these, it's time to draw the line. A Stoic man doesn't beg, he doesn't bargain. He sets boundaries and enforces them. Subscribe to The Daily Stoic for grounded insights on attraction, emotional mastery, and masculine power.